I'm team liaison for China women's wheelchair basketball team. So basically I go with them everywhere they go, so training sessions, matches, and they can ask me to do other things like sourcing gifts and maybe sightseeing in London, but mostly at the moment it's just been training and matches.
And did you work at the Olympic Games as well?
I did. I also worked in basketball, but I was a scoreboard operator. So that was keeping all the information and statistics up on the board and doing all the pre-match information, like the names of all the players during the anthems, things like that.
And what inspired you to get involved with the Games? Because I understand that you work at Goldsmiths, University of London. What inspired you to volunteer and get involved?
I just think it's sort of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, the Olympics is massive, everybody's heard of it, so that when you say that you've been involved, they're sort of quite impressed. And because I live in London and I live quite locally, so it seemed like it would be silly not to do it, so I just wanted to make the most of the opportunity, really.
Absolutely, and it's been quite noticeable throughout the Games that there's been a high percentage of students getting involved, games makers, volunteers, student athletes around the park. Is quite evident that that's the case. What do you think that shows of the contribution of the higher education sector? Do you think it shows that it's contributed a lot to the Games?
I think so. I think people have realised that in order to get work, it's better to have a sort of rounded CV. It isn't just about education, it's about the other things that you can show that you're able to do. And obviously volunteering shows all sorts of things like having a Saturday job, that you can turn up on time, you can follow instructions, and that you can get on with people, and they're all skills. You can get references from doing your volunteering. So I think it's good.
And just the atmosphere when you've been working as well. There seems a real camaraderie amongst the volunteers, especially.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think everyone's really friendly because I think London obviously has a bit of a reputation for nobody speaks to anybody.
Yeah.
But everyone has just said hello, how are you doing? When you're on the DLR, because I travel by DLR, you speak to other games makers, ask them what they've been doing, and it's a real good way of starting conversations. I've spoken to loads of different people that I wouldn't normally speak to. And obviously when you walk around the park, even though I'm not based in the park, people will ask you, spectators come up and ask you questions, where's this, where's that, how do I find this? And they're really interested in what you're doing, so it's just been a great experience.
And just a final point, you're obviously working at a university now, and we touched on it before, the experience students can get from an experience like this at the Olympic and Paralympic Games. How do you think it can help students if you volunteered here for 3 weeks? Can it help you in the jobs market perhaps and increase your employability in what is a difficult jobs market at the moment?
I think so. I think definitely. I think anything you can do to enhance your CV can only be good. So it provides a reference and it shows that you're capable of getting up and doing something. And that's surely going to give you the edge over someone else. And it also might mean that some of these people will get involved in these sports after the Olympics, because all of these sports need people to run the smaller clubs that then will hopefully provide athletes for the Olympics in the future. So it'd be a good introduction to them and a good way of meeting people and networking, contacts, that sort of thing.